Hello, dear Aquarius. Welcome back to the channel. We're back after a pause of like 1 year or so, but now we're determined to transition to this type of activity in the coming months. So we spread out the reading in 3 parts. This would be the general reading. You also have professional life and or creative projects and the love section, but you have timestamps in the description if you want to skip ahead. So welcome back, Aquarius. Now for the remaining 2 weeks of August, we have this in the general energy: Knight of Cups, Page of Wands, Three of Cups. What I'm thinking about you and what I'm feeling mostly is that here with the Knight of Cups, I think you're a bit more stable within yourself on an emotional level. It's like you finally found this holy grail for which you're determined on the inside to fight, okay? A bit more armor, riding on a fish, traveling slow and steady. Okay, so you have some experience from the past that makes you a bit careful, okay, in your approach, but nonetheless, it's the reason why you find this power within yourself to move forward. Now, after the Knight of Cups, I have here the Page of Wands. So this would be a very vulnerable side of you with which you take action. Okay, so Wands are fire energy, but they talk about actions. Okay, so you have the experience from the past, which is driving you forward in the month of August. Now with the Page of Wands, it's like you're a beginner again in something. So as you can see, the Knight of Cups is coming out from the water, and the Page of Wands relates to starting over. So it doesn't really matter what happened to you in the past. It's like you have enough confidence within yourself to start this process all again. For those of you who are practicing spirituality, I think that you will no longer care how other people think of you, or you actually come to the realization that you don't need like third parties to come along with you on your experience, because here the Page of Wands is actually crowning the reading. And it talks about the fact that you're gonna be flamboyant about your evolution and your inner stability. Even though you may trip and fall here and there, there's no issue. Your most important thing is that you have the necessary courage to start doing things again. So when it relates to spirituality, maybe some things didn't work in the past, but now here you're more focused on yourself and you're gonna restart your practice. Okay, if you're not a practitioner of spirituality, which I actually doubt we all are on a global level practicing spirituality, even people who say that they are non-religious, even for those of you, this talks about being sure of oneself, being very proud within oneself, feeling again like a child, like I'm actually excited to put this work in and get something out. Okay, and with the Three of Cups here, usually it talks about third party situations, but when it relates to yourself, I think you're gonna do your thing, no matter what other people think, no matter what others say or feel about it. You're coming to terms with the idea that you only have personal example And even though you may not have a lot of experience in manifesting your will, putting your will into action, now you're starting over with simple things and you're taking it slow. And not slow per se, it's like you're starting over, okay, with baby steps. These may be quick actions that you're taking, but the Page of Wands has this energy where they're just winging it, okay, like day by day. I'm going through all these things, but I'm feeling good within myself. It's almost like I'm playing a game, although you take things seriously. But you're more in touch with your inner child, okay? So you're starting to do more things that feed this inner child. When we were little, we would almost never get bored. We could use our imagination to play with the most mundane things. So I think you're stepping into this energy where you no longer will get bored because you have so many things that you want to try out, experience, and do, which will ultimately help you evolve. So let's move on to your career section and afterwards your love section. Oh, Aquarius, for the month of August, I don't know what's happening in your career section, professional life, work projects, creative projects, whatever mini projects you have on the side. We have only archetypes here, only people that have a very strong energy. So I have here too the High Priestess, 5 the Hierophant, and the King of Swords. Now the King of Swords could be you, but there's an interesting dynamic here where I see like the feminine side on the left side and the masculine energy on the right side. And you can see here in the Hierophant card, this female has her moon hidden behind her back, so this is like the High Priestess hiding her ability. And here you would have a masculine figure that is hiding his tail. Okay, so this I think is the King of Swords. Normally the High Priestess is ruled by the moon, so this would be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Here the Hierophant is a card that represents Taurus, okay? And here is the King of Swords, which is an air sign. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This may be you. Now the Hierophant is with this energy, it's like it's trying to make these sinners here repent and take the law and order that has been established throughout generations in order for them to be able to pass in to enter society. The High Priestess is upside down, so this I feel is like an archetype of a person near you which is being led by their intuition, okay? This is a person who bases their actions on their gut feeling, okay? And here is in the reverse. Maybe this person is not so used to being to hide these abilities, okay? The High Priestess has her knowledge integrated within herself, so she feels the right answer. She knows the right answer. Maybe if you would ask her why or in which way she ended up to a certain conclusion, maybe she won't be able to give you the objective answer, but be sure that whatever answer she gives is the correct one. Now she's upside down here, so I think maybe she will not be able to use this intuition in this case. Okay, she needs to hide these abilities from a person in power, some sort of authority. Okay, so maybe she knows a lot of things, but she won't share these with the people around, the higher ups. There may have been a situation where this Hierophant needs to step in and resolve some sort of a conflict between the High Priestess and the King of Swords. This may be you. The King of Swords is expert in his field. He has the necessary expertise. He can tell right from wrong. Very good judgment of character. He usually talks in a very objective manner. He has the scientific arguments to back him up. Okay, so this would be some sort of an expert. Maybe you're building into this sort of a position right now where you are. Maybe you have finished your training and now you're becoming an expert. Okay, and here you're faced in a way together with this High Priestess. You and the High Priestess may be facing a higher up, okay, which is telling you the rules and regulations for, I don't know, future projects. They're giving you the confines in which you will be working in the future. There is something there that is very upsetting for the High Priestess because she appears indeed upside down here. So she is somehow not in her element, okay? She doesn't jive with the new confines. She is not fulfilled by the news that the Hierophant is bringing. I don't know for you how this will be, because if you look back into history, religion and leadership have always been hand in hand, somewhat explaining each other's existence with their own existence. So the king is God sent because the priest said so, and the priests are endowed with power because the king holds like the religion in high regard. Okay, so they're kind of tied in together. There may be some sort of an agreement between the two, but still I feel like the King of Swords has to give up some less than ideal ways of working, maybe. I don't know if you have a given procedure that you need to follow and you're used to by experience to taking, shortcuts. Here I think you need to cut this thing out, because with the Hierophant, this higher up, they preach about tradition a lot. Like, this is the way in which we ensure quality and great revenue on these projects. So I would suggest to the both of you, okay, to follow these steps. Okay, no more sidetracking from the given procedure. This thing is very important. We have this experience from the past, and you both must abide, okay, by these rules. For some of you, this may be for those of you who have lower vibration experiences at the workplace, this may be a case where you're actually heading to human resources department together with a person who may have been, I don't know, gossiping or this sort of situation that really gets out of hand. And the High Priestess here may give out some lies which are half truths, but I can't quite get this energy here. It's like this person will be more silenced, even though this person is usually silent. Okay. But anyway, overall, Hierophant here is stepping in to mediate the contact between these two personalities, where you have one person that is not so communicative. They follow their own intuition, their own gut, and the King of Swords here is a person who can talk for hours on end, and they sort of have this difficult way of dealing with each other. Okay, the High Priestess is not one to sit you down and explain different things. She will just snap at you if you don't get it right the first time. Now, the King of Swords, depending on the energy, is a person that could, I don't know, write books about a certain subject, why you do a thing in a certain way and not in another. Okay, so yeah, third party stepping in here to bring some sort of an agreement between these people and have a better collaboration. Okay, now let's move on to your love life, darling Aquarius. Now, for your love life, I see a lot of light, a lot of things being brought to light that may make the other person in your life actually shunt away from all this exposure or all this goodness in a way. We have here Four of Wands, 19, the Sun card, Knight of Pentacles, 8, the Strength card. It all starts out well, sunny, breezy, happy, but it will require a great amount of strength and endurance and patience to go through this with your significant other. Now, I see the Four of Wands here. Now, this is a place of, this would be a place of great value. This is the meeting of two people where they pass through, it's like these wands are forming like a portal. Okay, they're finally meeting and they have their hands binded together here in this beautiful bond. So you may have a long story together with this other soul that is sharing in your experience for the month of August. You may have known them for a lifetime, or maybe you have shared other lives together, previous lives, or in parallel realities, maybe you have met several times, who knows. Thing is that I see you being together with this person in some sort of a bond. Okay, so it's somewhat official in a way, at least for the both of you. Maybe not a lot of people know about this bond for some of you, but the most important thing is that you realize that you're in this bond together. It's a place of stability. So normally you would have this concept in philosophy where if you build some religious monument, you need to like give it a fence in order to give the sacred space a form. And here with the Four of Wands, I think this is somewhat obvious for the both of you. Even if you're just looking towards someone and thinking about them, it may be probable this person is very much thinking about you too. If you're just dating, you may like each other very, very much. Now, I see this theme of colors here where the Four of Wands is like this person is also depicted in 19, the Sun card. Here is like the source of light, the source of life, shining. It's like the sun being at the highest point in the sky during the day, and things are illuminated. Okay, so you also have two twins here and another circle. This woman weaving this thread here reminds me of the fates, which weave a person's life with good and bad. This relates to destiny. Finally, this communion between you two is like a lot of light is being shed on it, so it holds a lot of potential for the future. You may see within yourself, within your soul, that this bond could be the thing that you want for the rest of your life. I also have the twins here, so this would be related to Gemini. The Sun card also is related to Leo, since they are ruled by the sun. But there's a lot of heat, a lot of illumination. You're getting the sense that it was meant to be like this, that this is the thing that you want for like a lifetime. Okay, this bond between you and the other person. Even though you may come with a light heart and good intentions towards this person, it's like they are somehow facing away. They fear the light, they fear this transparency that you must have in a relationship, in a healthy relationship, where all secrets, all the dark parts, all the dark things are being put on the table, being open for a discussion about it. Now, the Knight of Pentacles talks about an earth sign, but it may very well be any person who manifests this behavior. Here, they're depicted upside down. They also have this circle, like this person has here. So one person would want to build like the storyline together. They want to build life together, and here it's like this Knight of Pentacles is taking their this circle, this pentacle, and they're taking it away. They're actually back, they're turned with their back towards the sun and upside down. So what I'm getting is that the other person, it's like they don't want to put the seed together with you in order to manifest this life. Maybe the things that are necessary for a relationship are too much for this person. Maybe they cannot offer you the thing that you want, like total transparency, being open. Okay, Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles doesn't want to share their abundance, their possibilities. They don't want to be like your champion. They don't want to fight for this. They don't want to cherish this, because the Knight of Pentacles here, it's depicted on a squirrel, and it's the most slowest of all the knights. Why? Because usually the Knight of Pentacles has something of a value. I'm thinking like in medieval times, these would be the type of people that would transport valuables for royalties. Okay, so they have something very very valuable to offer, but given the previous experience maybe in their life, or the previous experience together with you, made them shunned away. Okay, again, here I see 8, the Strength card, also related to Leo. So there's a lot of fire here. Okay, on both sides of this Knight of Pentacles, What I'm thinking is that you will muster up a lot of strength in order to go through this thing with your significant other. Okay, so, and they will have a lot of strength to back them up and also go in a different direction. But try to maintain your pace. Okay, go after them if this is what you feel, but it will take a lot of strength. As you can see, there's also rays of light here, rays of light here. So an illuminating process for the both of you, one running, one chasing, a lot of strength, but you will find out a lot about one another. So very hard to do, but very healthy at the same time. Hang in there, Aquarius, okay? I wish the best for both of you. So if you want to buy us coffee, you have a link in the description, and thank you for your time. We will see each other in the month of September for the September readings. Thank you again, Aquarius. Take care.